Halloween shoe party, so it was a little difficult, but bless my Joan in heaven.
I want to come to that too.
You're invited. We have a live studio audience. We have cookies. We got it going. But when we decided to do a little tease of this hour, which is a premiere with everything brand new, we're really honored at QVC to be able to share these elegant fragrances with you and Elizabeth Musmano, who is the president of the Fragrance Foundation. We chose Calvin Klein's Eternity to be the icon of this hour. So this is brand new to QVC. You're getting the 25th anniversary Eau de Parfum spray, which everybody has been looking for and wanting, but not to be without done. We also added the 25th anniversary 1 fluid ounce. That is an $81 value. I mean, you've probably seen just the bottle out there, this guy alone for $81. But we also add our Easy Pay using a credit card, 3 easy payments of $27. Not only knowing Oscar de la Renta, you also know very well Calvin Klein.
I know very well Calvin Klein. I worked for Calvin Klein for about 7 years. And Calvin Klein is the master of minimalism, an amazing American designer. And talk about those jeans and t-shirts. That's really, he's a more casual designer. So Oscar, elegant and debonair, Calvin, jeans, t-shirt, kind of more laid back. And that's what this fragrance is about. He wanted to capture a moment that would last a lifetime. You're celebrating your 25th anniversary.
So are you.
And so am I. Hi, honey. He's watching. We got 2 honeys at home. And I love that this fragrance, it is probably one of the most important, preeminent American fragrances ever created, Eternity. It's about capturing a moment that you want to last a lifetime in a bottle. It's truly a love story. We showed the commercial with supermodel Christy Turlington, and she was in the very first commercial 25 years ago, and they hired her again for the 25th anniversary. She said, only if I have one request that you have to fulfill, I have to do it with my own husband. So that was her and her husband, and there they are in the print ad. And this is about that love story. I adore this bottle as well. Because it's the 25th anniversary, it's truly a collectible, limited edition bottle. So even if you've already owned Eternity, you need this bottle.
Yes.
I mean, it's a long time to wait for the next 50th anniversary.
And I think you and I definitely need it because it is our silver anniversary year. So we
and
really,
if the guys
really
are
need
watching,
it. Yes.
They're calling right now
That
too.
is a not so subtle hint, boys. Start shopping. Because
That's
we're busy on the phone lines again for this, by the way. Remember, Joyce sold out. Shalimar is over half gone. Oscar de la Renta is well over half gone in the inventory that we brought in. And sometimes we do, Elizabeth, at QVC, things called advance orders. We don't have that on these fragrances. And this is a time of year when the fragrance counters, if you're lucky enough to even be near an elegant store that carries this kind of iconic fragrance, they are knee deep around the holidays. The gentlemen are going there to buy fragrances, or you're going there to buy fragrances. I love that tonight you can just sort of stay home and hear stories that you wouldn't hear at that counter.
Absolutely.
You worked with Calvin Klein for so many years.
Absolutely. I loved Calvin. You know, when I first started working with him, I thought, oh my gosh, this is one of the biggest designers in the world today, America or France or any country. And I thought when he came up to the office for a meeting, he was going to have an entourage, as many of them do. Nope. Cool as a cucumber, just comes up the elevator. He's all by himself. He couldn't be more easygoing. You give him a little coffee from the office, he's happy.
Oh, I love that.
I just love that he created this love story. So he has created other fragrances. This is by far and away his most important fragrance. He put a little wedding band, if you will, in this bottle as well. So he bought the King of England many years ago, abdicated for an American woman, Wallis Simpson.
Sure did.
And Calvin bought the wedding ring from their estate, and inside that wedding band it said Eternity. So this is about capturing a moment of love, whether it's with your children, with your husband,
sister,
or your sister, that you feel, when you feel at peace, at ease, serene, this is that fragrance.
Right.
You know, when I smell this on other women, I get a sense that I feel that they're confident. I feel serene. I treat them a little bit differently. And doesn't that make a difference for how you feel about yourself? When people feel that they're confident around you, that's what happens with this fragrance.
It's like, I always think in entertaining that a calm and happy host really makes the party calm and happy. And so if you are at ease and you're having fun, so will they. If you are stressed and everything's driving you crazy, then everybody at the party is kind of all jittery. And I think if some of the other fragrances, you said, well, I know, Jane, you said there's a facet of my personality, but really I am a little bit more laid back. I have a bit more of a casual feel. I like the breeze in my hair. I like to be more laid back. Then Eternity is for you, and I love that it is the celebration of eternal love, no matter what that means to you.
It's encapsulating a moment that you want to last for an eternity. I think this is also a wonderful 25th anniversary wedding present. And I went to a wedding and I'm slapping myself. That I should have given this for the wedding present. I think it's a beautiful present. It says such a great message. I also think it's a spectacular fragrance to wear when you're getting married. They say whatever fragrance you choose for your wedding ceremony is a fragrance that it becomes your special fragrance, your signature. You may not wear it every single day for the rest of your life, but it certainly is something that you associate with that moment of love, and that's this fragrance.
And you know what else? I'm sure we can look back and think of fragrances we loved when we were younger that are no longer being made today. And so you fall in love with the fragrance and you wear it, and maybe you're thinking, I don't remember what I wore on my wedding day or what I wear. They're not making anymore because Elizabeth said to you, 1,000 fragrances are launched every year. But these are the Hall of Fame winners. These are the fragrances that you can be confident that if you purchase today, they will be here. They are in the Hall of Fame. They are going to be just, I think, something that you can grow with as the years unfold. So this also lets you gift and keep at the very same time because it is a 2-piece gift set. And this is not just a tiny little, oh, would you like to try it? That is 3.4 fluid ounces of the eau de parfum. And this is 1 fluid ounce of the eau de parfum, which is a more expensive, more concentrated way to wear your fragrance.
It is. An eau de parfum means there's more oil to water than an eau de toilette. And that's almost a 1/3 size of the big bottle. That's a lot of extra fragrance to get. So you're absolutely right. You can have a little gift for yourself if you're giving the 25th anniversary. I think this bottle happens to be quite spectacular too with the Silver Eyes version.
And obviously it's the 25th anniversary of Eternity. Once the 25th anniversary is no longer here, we're not going to be having 25 anniversary bottles. And Elizabeth and I were talking about how I once went to the beautiful Longwood Gardens, and they had all these amazing, iconic, many of them vintage perfume bottles on display. It was magical. The sun was streaming into the main greenhouse, and it was just unbelievable how beautiful it is. So this really is art meeting fashion, meeting fragrance, all in one. And you know, even long after the fragrance is gone, and this is going to last a long, long time, you keep this bottle. This is a treasure.
I mean, look at even how Calvin thought to do the spray cap. It is all one piece. There's no cap to take off. So he's a real design expert. The other thing about the fragrance and the design of the fragrance is when you wear this fragrance, it reads to the world very fresh and clean, which I think is a spectacular. We're not talking about Clorox clean. We're talking about a very feminine, clean, fresh fragrance, and that's why it feels confident. It's a little bit more casual, laid back, fashionista fragrance, but the reason it's been so iconic and lasted for 25 years is because the fragrance itself is truly a masterpiece. It's spectacular.
Well, many of you have been shopping at QVC.com or on your iPad and listening to Elizabeth's stories. We've had over 700 sets ordered. You know what that means. We don't have many left, and tonight is the night where we're really getting you ready for you to feel beautifully dressed around the holidays. You know how you thought you'd have time to get ready for that holiday party, and by the time you get the entire household ready, or you get through the traffic and you get home late, you have had enough time to maybe kick on a pair of high heels, freshen your lipstick, and out the door you go. But that extra little spray is going to make all the difference. And we still have a chance for you to pick up limited now, Shalimar and Oscar de la Renta, but this might be more your lifestyle. This is something that you really feel comfortable in your skin, don't you think?
Absolutely. This is every day. This is hanging out. The Shalimar, okay, boom for the evening. We all want that too. But you're right. This is an everyday, casual, fresh, easy to wear
Right.
fragrance.
Maybe the most giftable too, along
think
with
so, yeah.
Clinique, which is coming up next. But I think Eternity and Clinique, which we'll talk about in a few moments, is really one that you can gift confidently, because if you know someone that can really pull off those great like dark wash blue jeans with a great top and heels, and off she goes to the theater or a holiday party, she needs Eternity.
Especially with this bottle, because it took 25 years to get to this bottle. I mean, and it's a collectible limited edition, and it's gonna be gone. You're right.
And remember, every single fragrance tonight, with this now over 900 ordered, is part of the Fragrance Foundation Hall of Fame, where you recognize legendary fragrances. They have to be on the market a certain length of time.
They have to be on the market for 15 years, and not just on the market. They have to be the superstars that are on the market. And many of them, it's extremely competitive to get a Hall of Fame. It's equivalent to an actor getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. So, you know, it could be Cary Grant, if you will, if it was an actor. So you have to have a body of work. So these fragrances, and the body of work has to be, it's a competition from around the world. Our first two fragrances were from France. Then our next two were from America. So we're talking in the global world, the best fragrances. And there have only been a few that have received the Hall of Fame award.
Right. It's not like, okay, well, you're popular 15 years, so you're going to obviously get it. They are very prestigious, tiny group of fragrances that we're honored to show you tonight. So I do have a little update on our Eternity. We had 1,600. We have 550 remaining. Once again, if you're new to QVC, and I welcome you in if you've never watched us before, because you're probably fascinated by Elizabeth's stories and by the stories of these fragrances that you think you knew. You know, how many times have you opened that magazine and you've seen one of these ads?